Can you hear me now? Oh gosh. Good evening, guys. How is everybody doing? Sorry, a few technical difficulties right now. How's everybody doing? Let me get set up here. So computer is all switched off, taken apart, reconfigured, and I thought I had it all figured out. Of course I did not. Bear with me here. Let's see, Kathy's microphone. I think that's right. Let's see, test. Can you hear me over there? Yes. All right. How's everybody doing? How is everybody? Can you guys hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you see me now? If not, we're going to have a rough night. Kathy will be up in a minute. She's just laying the kids down. Reese. Let's see. I think Verizon can hear me. All right. We got Penny here. How's it going, Penny? Sarah, hello. Chris, super stoked to join the live. Off work and relaxing. Awesome. Flip Hustlin's here. How's it going? Sherry, how's it going? Sue's here. Hello, it's been a while. Yeah, it's been a while. Bonnie's here. How's it going? Gardening sis. This week did go by fast. What's up, Reese? Reese was going to host, wasn't he? Huh? All right. Tommy in Seattle. What's going on? Kathy and Chris, hope you're both doing well. We are doing all right. We are doing good. Nadia, hello. Sarah, how's it going? Again, need to get that treat dispenser so we could tip. Is that a thing? There's Kathy. She's just downstairs making margaritas. She said she wanted a margarita tonight. Monica, hi, how's it going? Teresa, office looks great. We're getting there. We are getting there. So the floor is done to the computer. So that's why the stream was all messed up. My microphones weren't recognized. My camera was. I swear, I had tested it. I'm not even joking. I tested it like 8 o'clock this morning.
Funny. It's literally like every week something, no matter what.
But we're here. So the floor is complete. I haven't done the trim yet, but I still have to do the closet and all that. And hoping to get that done this weekend. Zach, what's going on, my man? Lydia, hello. Is Reese hosting tonight? Turn that down.
Stop.
I hate hearing myself. Yep, can hear you. Joining for the first time. What's going on, Terry? Mandy can hear. All right, Sarah.
Okay.
We can hear and see you. Reese is sitting over by Kathy. He can see his head poking up, wanting some meatballs. It's like we've conditioned him to get meatballs.
There is none. Do you see any? There literally is none. I'm sorry.
You ready for your close-up, Reese? My daughter and son-in-law are in Breckenridge this week. Wow, that's awesome. Breckenridge is a beautiful town. Love that area up there. Puppers is heading downstairs. He's headed to where he thinks the treats are.
He's about to if he keeps walking around making all these noises.
Do you guys hear his nails on the floor? Kathy ordered a rug. We're gonna have an area rug kind of. Reese, go. We don't have any treats up here.
I don't know where they are. We have some, but literally.
We got some Slim Jims. Anyway, Kathy did order an area rug. We're gonna be able to put behind us. When is that coming? A week or so.
Today, yeah, within the next week.
Mandy just crammed 3 pairs of jeans into a padded flat rate. Holy cow. That is impressive.
I can barely get one in there.
That is impressive. Thanks to the intro, I know my TV is almost 10 seconds behind YouTube on my phone. Then on my phone. Thank goodness Chris reads our comments 20 minutes after. 20 minutes to make up for that 10-second delay. Brandy, how's it going? Here and see you. Missed your last live when you called me out. Oh, Brandy, yes. I don't have your book.
It's here somewhere. Again, literally everything.
Thank you so much for that. So glad you got the tongue twister book. Thought it would be funny. Love watching. Reese, you're going to go downstairs. You're going to go downstairs. She's going to go try to find the meatballs so we can get the meatball to lay down. Maybe lower the mic. Let's see. All right. Maybe we'll come in from the side here.
Oh, I forgot the scale.
You guys see that? I gotta like slide on my chair all quick, like a doctor. Brandy, thank you for that book. Did you bring it up? No, just the meatballs. Our downstairs is kind of a mess too because of this project up here. Annette, how's it going? Good evening. Julie, been watching y'all for a long time. First time watching live. Hey, Julie, thanks for tuning in live. If you guys don't mind, hit that like button as you come in. Get this started off all right. And guys, you know what? Are you okay?
No, I'm dying.
Last week we ran like, I don't know, like 40 minutes long. Please remind me when it is 2 hours from now so that we can
I'll remind
go to
you.
buy.
We got dishes to do.
You should have reminded. I do have dishes to do.
And laundry, I got
Lower the mic. I think we got it.
Reese, last chance, dude. Lay down.
Lay down. Lay down. There's no more meatballs. Lay down.
I haven't even like looked at the chat yet.
The most spoiled meatball
trying
ever.
to put it on Instagram again. Okay, are we you ready to do one?
Oh, let me suck in my. Is the peace sign weird? No, sorry. Much better, Chris. Cha-ching, LOL. Uh-oh, Zach said cha-ching. Did you get a sale?
Uh-oh, not yet. Sometimes there's a delay.
Zach! Thank you. I'm sure. Whatever it is, thank you. Now the floor is done. What are you going to do with space?
It's not done.
It's not done. So if you know like the layout of our upstairs, like there's like a little notch back from the wall on that side by that other window and the closet. So I have to get all that stuff done, and then I have to move on to the stairs, which is going to be its own kind of big project. So no, I like the extra time with my favorites. Sorry, last week was just really a lot. I don't know what happened. It just time flew by, and then it was like 11 o'clock. And I haven't got much sleep lately with the floor. I've been trying to knock it out. So the reason it's been taking so long, so much longer than I thought it should, is because I've had to sand like the whole subfloor because of just how crappy they built this house. I mean, there's like chunks of drywall. There's like nails sticking up, like the drywall mud that, when they're taping up the joints and stuff. They just left big chunks, like quarter-sized blobs, that we didn't really feel that much under the carpet. But if you put that, you can't really put that under these boards. And then I had to do this whole section here of floating. I got rid of that squeak.
An old video. I was like so
yeah.
right around here.
I got rid of the squeak. That is no longer the squeak epicenter of this house. So it's been just like 99% of the time has been just prepping the floor, which has just been a pain in the butt. So there it is. Zach, I'm guessing, just bought a naked doll. Was that Zach? Or did that?
I'm assuming. Let me check. Zach.
Ah, Zach. Thank you so much for the support.
I wanted to keep it, but I'm just like, where am I going to put it?
It's not chunks, it's character, sir. Okay, I think it'd be character if this was like a 1902 like house, but this is a 2000 what? 2014 house. Reese, you okay? You okay there, Reese? Simona from Germany, how's it going? All right, so Kathy is actually going to do some listing tonight.
Me too. Yeah? I'm very behind, yeah.
And I need to...
I'm deleting these items really fast.
Deleting... Zach, thanks again for that support, my man. Very courteous and kind and generous and all the isses. Sorry, I'm putting on lotion, so I can't touch my mouse right now. But Kelly says, any other Texas peeps here? I hope y'all are safe now. Siren stopped. Oh, tornado siren stopped, and the wind has calmed down. Kelly, you dealing with a tornado, huh? That's kind of scary. Luckily, it's calming down a little bit. Reese's going bonkers.
I know, you're chilling out.
Oh, here's Paul's here. What's going on? You need to green screen some banker boxes behind you. You know what? I thought about it, man. I thought about it. Zach just sent a message.
I have my message notifications off because I get nervous. So Chris always gets them. And decides if he's gonna tell me or not. If I have a message.
Oh, really? You're like waiting for me to see? Because I don't.
It's from Zach. Then I'm not nervous about it.
I know, but I've seen some messages come in and I didn't.
Today?
I don't know about today. Maybe.
I mean, I see them in my email. I just don't see them like the first second. Because then I'm like instantly like, oh no.
Yeah.
Assuming what they're gonna say before they even like say it, which is usually just like, thanks so much, I love my item or whatever.
I need to green screen some banker boxes behind you. You know, I think we might just for fun one day. I thought about if we could try to figure out like one of our old lives, if I could just get like a screenshot from just the banker boxes, and then come back one day and just be like, "Hey, we got them back. We're back here."
No.
I know. First thing I do is patch those holes. Yes. The holes in the wall, mount the trim. Also, that door, I put the door back on today for the closet. Excuse me. It's like this far off the ground, which looks ridiculous. You might be able to see, you can kind of see the door behind the bin there. It's really high off the floor. I had to put some spacers under it, and that's crazy. They put it way too high. I'm probably going to lower that door at some point. Excuse.
I'm not trying to ignore everyone. I'm trying to draft a few items to start listing.
Let's see. Melanie was safe and sound in Texas. Big wind, big rain in the hill country. Questions. How are you not echoing being next to each other? We have mics that only record like if I'm kind of over here, it doesn't really pick it up as much as if I'm like right here, you know. I don't remember what it's like, a dynamic mic or something like that. I don't know. But we've kind of figured it out. Trial and error. What's going on? Philly Flipper from the Bargain Effect. What's up, Tommy? Just asking for a box, no rush to read it. He wants a box. Y'all, that's true. Manly man putting on lotion during the live. Hey, I have a lot of cuts. You see these cuts on my fingers? Manly man, I did some hard work. Look at these. You see that little finger? I got boo-boos, Tommy. 102 in the chat. Hit that thumbs up and get a cha-ching. Apparently, if you thumbs up the chat, you'll get a sale. Lisa, hello. NWI. What does NWI mean? How do you know when to do auction style or other options for eBay? I do vintage all the way.
Maybe she just meant new here.
New here? If you didn't mean new here, let me know. Because I'm such a boomer when it comes to all the texting. I know LOL, OMG. That's about it. How do you know when to do auction style or other options for eBay?
I don't do any auction.
We pretty much do one way.
Yeah. Although I don't really sell vintage either, so I guess there could be a reason maybe to do that on vintage, but I don't know. I mean, if you can find an exact comp, I would say it's probably better to just do
Northwest Indiana. Okay.
Buy it now. But awesome. If there's like no comps at all, then maybe an auction style. Kind of, see where the market takes it.
Yeah. We pretty much just do buy it now, all the way. I don't know. I would just say if you have something that you can tell is like highly sought after, like there's going to be more than 2 or 3 people that really want it, that's probably when an auction would make more sense. which can happen with some vintage stuff, right? So I don't know. I don't know the answer. The right answer. Is there a right answer? I don't know. Rather have a door high off the floor than below the floor. Yeah. I don't know. It's easier to cut down a door than it is to. I'm gonna have to like build down the door frame, tear down the trim, all that kind of stuff. So probably never gonna happen. Glad someone is getting sales. I think my store is broken. 7,755 listings
I'm gonna
at
go
the
get
moment,
the book.
and not one sale today. Dibs.
Aw.
That is tough. That's tough. February was a fairly slow month for us.
Yeah, the last 2 days have been pretty good, but that's March, I guess.
I got blisters on me fingers. Seriously, like here in Colorado, it's like so dry. Like, my fingertips start like just splitting open because they're so dry. Even though I've put lotion on like 50 times a day. Caleb, my dog died. Caleb, oh my goodness. So sorry to hear that. That is tough. That is a tough thing to deal with. Auctions are only good for in-demand items. You have to have, two people battling it out, or it's a waste. What was that?
I hope our kid didn't die.
I just heard a tumble. Oh, you know what that was? I think that was the toilet flushing.
Not loud.
I think the sewage like bubbled. the vent line. Yeah, you gotta have at least 2 people that are interested enough to bid it up to what it's worth. Black Bear, hey Ginger and Marvin, how do you like your new remote storage system? When you purchase a new home, do you plan on maintaining the storage unit? Well,
I mean,
we're kind of. I don't know if we could make that decision until we get the new home.
Yeah.
It would probably have to depend on the situation with the new home,
Like where it is and everything.
where it is, and how much space we would have available. So probably it could go either way. We really don't have much of an issue with the storage unit as it is because it's kind of right in the center of a lot of what we do. But as far as it's convenient because, well, I don't know, it's got its conveniences and it's got its inconveniences, right?
Yeah.
The convenient thing for me is it's like, okay, we can say no, we're done with work. We're not putting that away till tomorrow, right? So like that's a hard cutoff of what we have to do. Sometimes if we have a lot of work here, we'll work till 2-3 in the morning, and that's not healthy. So I think it's good to have that actual, line in the sand and just to be like, we're done. And but then it's like if you have something that really needs to get out, we do live in Colorado, so if the weather gets kind of crazy, it's 5 or 8 miles away or whatever. So really it just depends. It depends on what we're gonna do based on what the house we get, which we haven't really looked at a house. So I do a lot of buy it now for sure. Yeah, Lisa. We've tried to do auctions on some things, and we just didn't really fit us, right?
No, I didn't like it
at all. So I think even if we had something that was highly sought after like that, we'd probably still do a buy it now. We'd probably just try to find a fair price.
Yeah.
And it would probably sell in 2 minutes, if somebody really wanted it. Hey, Kathy, Chris, I was wondering if anyone has ever had a problem being able to edit or create a markdown sale or promotion in my store. You're having an issue with editing a markdown sale?
I don't think we've had any.
I don't think we've had an issue that was, you know, I don't think so.
Anyone else in the chat?
Anybody else? Anybody else? It's not dry in Florida, just saying. No, but you guys have like iguanas falling out of trees and
I have
cockroaches
picture proof.
just as big as the
I
iguanas.
went to the Salvation Army in Florida, and there's like this ginormous something. They're like right in the parking lot.
Yeah, we stayed in a hotel there and got a cockroach in the shower.
Yeah.
I didn't tell Kathy until after we left that
That's probably
because she would have been like, "I'm not sleeping here." Or get a new door. It's probably cheaper. Maybe. I don't know. I hate bifold doors. I did actually look and see if there was another option, but it's a utility closet. Angry Mom Flips, what's going on? Lil N's here. How's it going? They sell these hand gloves that really help. They're gel inside that keep moisture in. Very dry in Connecticut as well. I've been not been looking, but I've been wanting to get something like that for. You done, Reese? Nope. Just want to look down the stairs. Yeah, get some of those from like Kathy had some like disposable ones one time, and they didn't fit my hands. Like they all ripped up and stuff. I live right next to Disney World, so I find lots of Disney park stuff. Haven't started listing yet, but wondering if Disney stuff does well for you. Terry, we actually do pretty well with Disney stuff. I think the Disney parks
say, like,
stuff
it sells
too.
super high, but
yeah, there's always a
especially,
market. That's the thing.
At least Disney park branded stuff, I would
Yeah.
say, does pretty well.
Yeah, maybe not like licensed Disney stuff, but if you get it from Disney World, I think that there's a better market for that kind of stuff.
You find Loungefly stuff, that's great.
Loungefly?
Yeah.
Like it only sells in the park or what?
No.
No?
But
Yeah, I'm not saying like all licensed stuff is bad, but Old Disney when the park opened is a must buy, says Lisa. 18 here right now. Just had to put ice melt on our out for pick postman. Try to rid some of the ice. By the way, I'm straight north of you. Dibs, straight north of us.
what's straight north of us?
How far north? Because are we getting snow tonight?
We better not be getting snow tonight. Stop talking about snow.
How far north? Like miles or states or? I'm checking the weather now. You got me scared. We don't have any snow or nothing. That was another thing that made the floor take forever. Is we had like 3 snow days or 3 days off from school in 1 week. Man. If you're talking about the eBay platform, be sure to research the parameters on selling Disney merchandise, especially if it's new, says Kelly. Oh. Do they have like Veros and stuff on Disney?
If they do, I did not know.
I didn't know that either. Other resellers have been talking about eBay glitches with promotions this week. Okay, maybe it's a glitch. Lisa. Was it Lisa? Dibs. Sorry, I forgot whoever was having the issue. Haven't seen one iguana fall out of a tree yet. Do you ever go outside? Iguanas are only in South Florida. When I was a kid, I was swinging on a tire and one fell out of a tree, almost landing on my head.
Were you just like saying that, or that's a real thing?
No, I remember hearing the iguanas falling out of trees. It's like, it's raining cats and dogs.
Yeah.
In like Florida, it like rains iguanas and cockroaches. If they are monster size, they're referred to as palmetto bugs. Sounds nicer. Oh, cockroaches. I was thinking you were talking about iguanas. I'm like, that sounds better than iguana. Tyler had a good sales day today. After 3 months of daily listings, things are finally picking up. Tyler, that is good to hear. Awesome. Wonder if auction is a good option for cheap items that you paid almost nothing for on your end. It's possible. I mean, it depends. If it's a cheap item that one person wants, they're gonna get it for cheap. So, just depends on the desirability of it. You really, for an auction to be successful, you have to have 2 people or more, hopefully more, bidding it out. Wait, did you not just sell something, Disney? Zach did just buy something, Disney, didn't he? Yeah.
Yeah, grumpy.
Grumpy. You bought a grumpy. Zach, we can't really say that it works for others because you're a viewer. Viewer sales are kind of a little bit different as far as like comps and all that kind of stuff. I don't know how to say the brand of this lotion. Is it CeraVe?
I think so.
CeraVe. Lotion is the best for dry hands. I think I actually have some. Mine were always cracked and bleeding before I started using it. I also had got some of that that like working man hand cream stuff. That stuff does pretty good. I'm using this I don't think it's made from.
Is this
it's
an
hemp
iguana?
seed oil.
Oh, sorry, this is what I was looking for. This is when we went to Florida. Is that an iguana?
That is an iguana. Look how big. It's like
I
half of a
was just
parking
like
spot.
chilling in the parking lot.
We almost tripped on it. It fell right out of the tree.
No, it didn't.
Just kidding. Oh, man. Putting on another layer of lotion. Terry says, I collect Loungefly, LOL, so I wish I found. Yeah, I find lots of park stuff. I'll definitely try. So, yeah, I guess make sure you check the Vero policy, I guess. Some of that Disney park stuff. I guess if it's new, could have some Veros. I do know that the Disney parks are like, they've limited a lot of people, right? Like you can't buy more than like one item or something like that because a bunch of resellers are going in there buying up all their stock. Freaking resellers. Top of Wyoming. All right. Yeah. Okay. So that's north.
All right, I'm ready to list whenever. Sorry.
Ready to list.
How long that took a while.
So I'm going to put on your screen.
Let me make sure I hit all my secret stuff. Yes, you can put on my screen.
I'm more concerned about like personal information, like you don't have our bank account open, or like your.
I have all of our bank accounts open.
Like your
28,000 of them.
Oh no! What? I'm not joking, guys. This was working a second ago. I checked it.
I'm trying to ruin the whole day.
Man.
It's okay if I can't list.
Man. Oop, sorry.
Are you serious? Like you can't fix it? I mean, I was.
Oops.
I was definitely counting on this. And a boring nut.
I know. Let me try. I just lotioned up my. Give me a minute. Let this lotion dry up, and then we'll. I'll try to unplug that and plug it back in, and see. Oops, a little. Hope sales are picking up. I have 1 on PM today and 7 on eBay so far. Nice. Oh, 1 on Poshmark, 7 on eBay. Nice. Paul says, I had 2 people message me that they tried to pay today but couldn't. They called eBay and they said it's a known issue and they're working on it. How nice of you, eBay. True story, sorry about the typos. I think the cockroach was a hotel issue, not a Florida issue. This was a nice hotel, man. It was just... Sometimes I don't think you can keep the bugs out, you know? I mean, we get spiders in this house every once in a while. Fine. Zach. Oh, man. We do appreciate your support, though. My dad was a farmer and always used bag balm for his hands. I've heard, yeah, bag balm. I remember that stuff.
Don't lay down, Reese.
You like bump the camera and like get the CeraVe SA Renewal Cream is the best.
Is your hands good enough yet?
All right, give me a moment. I'm gonna. I gotta move all my monitor and all this kind of stuff. Talk to the fans.
Okay. Where were you last reading? You said get the CeraVe Renewal Cream. Nadia's been 4 weeks without carbs or sugar. Mental clarity and energy is so much better. Didn't realize how much my diet was impacting me. Been able to list consistently as a result.
There we go.
I should try that. um, no carbs or no sugar. That's
Carbs turn into sugar. So, hey, look, it works.
good job, Nadia.
Unplugging and plugging back in works.
Lisa, I'm trying to hunt and gather my info for taxes. Any advice on what forms? Any advice? Because all I have is mileage. Do you have any advice? I don't know really anything about taxes.
What forms I should do? I think at this point you're probably gonna have to talk to a tax person. If you haven't been prepared for last year, accept your mileage. Mileage is it's a good thing. Mileage, like we are bad with our mileage. We wait until the last second to build our log. But I don't know if I have any advice that would be good for you. Other than this year, make sure you're documenting everything, so you know what you've spent, what you've sold, and all that kind of stuff. I ate one of those. You ate one of those in Mexico once? An iguana or a cockroach?
Ew.
I don't buy at the park and resale. Find lots at the thrift stores. Okay. Do you find a lot of new stuff? I think a lot of the old stuff, especially vintage stuff, does pretty good too. I was in Denver on business years ago. By day 3, I awoken with nosebleeds. So dry there. Yeah, it is very dry here. It is very, very dry. Has anyone ever sold on OfferUp? I think
time ago. Not like really as a reseller, just like
like more local
furniture or
stuff, right?
something. Yeah.
Yeah, we did local stuff back before the reselling days. Chris stays at a Motel 6. This is a fine hotel, man. This place is nice. What's wrong with a Motel 6? It's like 5 better than a Motel 1. I used to think that Florida bugs were no joke. Then I moved to Texas. Dang. We don't really get that many bugs here in Colorado. We get spiders, but they're like little house spiders. That's about. Oh, we do get like black widows every once in a while. Every once in a while. Now, what is OfferUp? OfferUp is it's an older. Is it even around still? It's kind of like a Facebook Marketplace, I think. At least it was when we were doing it. Lived in Texas. Those bugs were much worse. I've lived here for over a year and not a bug in our house yet. In Florida. I do not like Hey Dudes. The fit is so weird on me. Oh well. I haven't tried. Kathy was trying to see if I wanted some these Hey Dudes.
I probably just did.
Yeah.
You don't really wear these kind of shoes.
No.
Well, these aren't like the You wouldn't wear just some slides?
I don't like slides.
I mean, just to like walk outside and throw some trash away or something.
I don't need hey dudes to carry out trash. I just go barefoot.
Slides. You just go barefoot?
Kathy, where are my trash hey dudes so I can take out the trash?
They'd be by the front door.
What do your feet taste like, Reese? Status check. Hello. Iguana. Oh, you ate an iguana in Mexico. How was it? Did it taste like chicken? Is it the chicken of the trees? Have a good night. All 5 a.m. meeting for work. Be well. Zach, good night. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. Thanks for the support. And sleep well. We appreciate you very much.
How would I say, okay, these are pink, but they're like, should I say see-through pink? Or like, I was thinking.
Those are pink?
Clear pink, but like, clear would mean clear. So what, should I just say pink or should I say like see-through pink?
Translucent? Oh, Terry's going tonight. Baby's calling. Good night, Terry. Yes, I sell there occasionally. Sell there on OfferUp. Barefoot in the snow? Yeah. Yeah. Those look much pinker in that picture.
Are you saying I take bad pictures?
No, I'm saying they look more purple in your pictures.
Your mom is
patented purple. Leather. Transparent. Zach coming from the sleep saying lilac color. What does it say there?
What?
Yeah, an OfferUp. See this. Does this perfectly cross post to OfferUp?
I don't think so.
How would I see that? Kathy, when you sell an item, the sold statistics, price, shipping, fees, do you write this down after each item sold, or do you write it on a scrap piece of paper and then fill it out with a spreadsheet? She does it basically every sale, every time she prints a label.
Even though I'm trying to get out of doing it, but no, I just too. Yeah, I do it on every sale.
Yeah.
Like I just fill out the spreadsheet as I'm doing my shipping every day. I like to see how much I made.
Yeah. It's best to do that kind of stuff as quick as possible. That way, one, you don't forget. Two, you get the information right. And three, why are there dog pictures there? Those slippers. Modern Cinderella slippers. Cinderella heels. Hers were blue though, weren't they? Oh, okay. So what are you doing? Looking up some comps? We're caught up on chat, which is crazy.
Just looking up.
I think this is a first for us.
Cool.
Size charts.
Anyone else listing? What are you guys listing? I'm not looking. I'm trying to just look up some more things to talk
Oh,
about.
some
Or not to
keywords.
talk about.
Keyword research.
Yes. Seeing
Milled.
like what kind of shoes are these? Are these running shoes? Are these training shoes? Are these knit? Are they?
They're perfect for travel.
Running shoe travels with you.
They use
Running
proprietary propellium technology. Those are made out of propellium. Let's see. Is your average sale price different for eBay versus Poshmark? Do you remove the shipping they paid for eBay?
Is there a way on the spreadsheet to see the average sale price per platform?
I mean, let's see. I don't know. I don't go in this spreadsheet much. Let me open it up. Oops. Man, your hands look dry there.
My hands are dry.
You
That's how
need
they
some
always
lotion.
look. I probably just put lotion on before I took those.
The dry air here is no joke, guys.
Hopefully, whoever buys them is like, "Oh, I feel sorry for this girl. I'm gonna buy these shoes so she could get some lotion."
So the average sale. No, it does. You're right. So
I just look at my average sale price just overall.
Yeah. No. Alicia, on the spreadsheet, the average sale price, the shipping is not removed from the eBay sales. So if you're comparing them to Poshmark, Poshmark is not including, because you don't get that payout for the shipping like you do on eBay. So eBay is including the shipping in that average sale price as far as the spreadsheet goes. Now, one thing you can do is if you could look at your average net profit in a way. And so an easy way to do that is if you go into your inventory tab and you do a filtered view, and just like sold items, like a sold item filtered view. And then you could filter down by the platform. So if you just wanted to see eBay, you can uncheck all of the column that the platform sold. You can uncheck all of them except for eBay. And I know you can't see what I'm doing, but I'm hoping you can at least follow along in what I'm saying. Then once you're only showing your sold items for eBay, you could even filter down. So this is like filtered views with the spreadsheet is very useful if you understand how to use them, because you can get any number, any kind of information like that you want, as long as you know how to filter the things down. So what I'm doing is I filtered to where I only see sold items, right? That's in the spreadsheet. Then I'm filtered down to the platform. I could even filter down by date. So like, if you filter the date column, you could do filter by condition. Date is, before or after or whatever. But if you could figure out how to use all these filters, you can get whatever average number you want without using the dashboard. The dashboard just kind of pulls, you know, some useful ones out, but with the spreadsheet, you can actually get really in the weeds of it. So here, let me check. So I'll check just all of our sales. And for the average net profit, all I would have to do is highlight the whole column of the net profit. And then if on the bottom right of your spreadsheet, you can see like the sum usually, or you can click that button, but it'll also give you like the average or the minimum, the maximum, and the count and all that kind of stuff. If you know what I'm talking about with spreadsheets, there's like a bottom drop-down menu kind of there that shows a lot of common numbers that people want to know, a lot of common calculations. So it's like a weird way to get to it. The weird, you know, you have to do a little bit of finagling with the spreadsheet, but you can get any number that you really want that way. Did you follow along?
I did not.
The only thing about filtered views, and I recommend checking out some YouTube videos about it because you can make your own pivot tables and all this stuff with your data. You can make all the the graphs that I have on the dashboards. You can kind of make your own. You can make a whole new tab. You can have your own specific data that you want, as long as you know understand how to get that data from your inventory tab. So I don't know. I wish I had a list of videos I could recommend, but it's all basic spreadsheet stuff. If you know, you can Google how to do pivot tables or anything like that, and then, you know, watch a 15-20 minute video and know exactly what I'm talking about. Because all that is just pulling the data that you want from your own data. We're all busy working and can't slow down to talk. I like it. I like it. Alicia's taking tons of pictures of fig scrubs. Oh, yeah, she's got all those fig scrubs that somebody gave her. Nadia's doing some kids' clothes. Lisa's listing some World War II Army pamphlets. That sounds interesting. Like propaganda stuff? Or just from the World War II era. I've never heard of APL brand. Where are they normally retailed from? Did you have APL something?
Those are those sneakers that you were like, you're just looking at some. Yeah, they cost a lot of money. They don't usually sell super fast, but I don't really. I mean, when I hold them, like they don't seem that nice or anything. They cost $220 new. I would pick them up.
And he's like, oh yeah, like I'm gonna search for propellium technology.
Chris doesn't want these bowling shoes. He doesn't want to go bowling.
Bowling is.
You hate bowling so much.
Yeah, I'm not a big bowling. I'll go bowling with the kids and with Kathy because they like it, but I don't like bowling that much. How do you suggest tackling a huge amount of inventory for someone with ADHD? Asking for a friend. Let's see. I just resized my whole screen. Now I messed it up. Well, I'm not a professional in ADHD, but I would say probably small bites. If you have a huge amount of inventory, stop thinking of it as a huge amount of inventory, right? You have a bunch of little amounts of inventory. So grab, 5 things, tackle that, give yourself some kind of reward, okay, now I can watch a show or whatever encourages you.
Try these on. Just because, look at the size. Why does it say an M and then a D?
D is a width.
I know, so is M.
Men's D. Is D a man's width?
It is.
If it's a D, that's not fitting on my foot.
I mean, can you just compare the bottom to your shoe then? Those are men's, right?
It's about half the width of my foot. I'm not trying that on. I'm not trying on Cinderella's shoe as I'm, one of the stepsisters. So yeah. Dathorius, I would say, with ADHD, it can be hard to self-motivate. I think we probably have some ADHD characteristics. I just talked about a spreadsheet for 10 minutes. So just, yeah, for me, I find ways to refocus. Like, I'll want to watch YouTube, or I'll want to play a video game, or I'll want to watch a TV show or whatever. So I'll just convince myself I have to do this before I could do that. Right. So, yeah, hopefully that helps your friend out. I know you were looking out for them. Jody, just got your spreadsheet. Been loading it for 2 days now. After it got my listed, I'll put in my sales. Excited. It looks like it's going to be great. Keeping track of everything. Thanks, Jody. Awesome. Thank you so much. I'll be sure to tell my friend that. Have you found a particular category sells better on Posh, like purses, higher end clothing, etc.?
Well, I mostly sell shoes. So that's
Yeah.
what I would say for
Are there
me.
shoes that sell better on Posh, you think? No. Sue, if we were, more into the high end clothes and purses, I would assume that those sell better on Posh. But we don't get into that kind of stuff. Almost on purpose. Louisa, hi guys. This is my first time catching you on live. I'm a new reseller since December, feeling a little overwhelmed with learning all the processes. Well, what's overwhelming you? Just we have your latest spreadsheet. Thanks so much. Give me something that is overwhelming you, Louisa, and I'll try to what's the opposite of underwhelm you? I'll try to underwhelm you. I'll try to make sense of it and try to get you I don't know. Let me know. Kids' clothes are so quick and easy. I can get 15 done a day. Also, a lot of the thrifts here price them at $1, so I can get a pretty decent profit selling mini Bowden, Hannah, and trendy vintage stuff. Nice, Nadia. That's how Kathy got started, doing all the kids' clothes, and it's such a category that a lot of people overlook, and a lot of people think that you can't really make money in. And I think, as with any category, as long as you understand it and you understand what people are looking for, and you are able to find what they're looking for and put it in front of their eyes, they're going to buy it. So that's awesome that you're getting, if you can get 15 listings up a day and they're selling and you're only spending $1 on them, that's awesome. That is awesome. Net profit is true. I was curious because some resellers compare their average sale price to Poshmark versus eBay and say eBay is more, but I wonder if they take shipping into account. Well, I think the typical number that people show with their eBay is like their 90-day total or whatever. Because eBay just puts that right on the front of their app, which takes shipping out, right?
I mean, it didn't used to, and then it switched, and then I feel like recently mine switched a lot again, so I feel like they did something else and I don't know what it is. I don't know. I stopped paying very much attention to that one.
So I think as long as you understand your numbers, Alicia, I think that's what matters most. I think the less we compare ourselves with others, the better off we are in probably most aspects of our life. But if you're getting average sale prices the way that works for you, and you're increasing that in what works for you and all that kind of stuff, I think that's what's most important. Break it into small piles, similar items, shirt. Yeah. So there's two kind of schools of thought. Like we read this book, Eat That Frog, right? Which I've always been kind of like the kind of tackle the hardest part first, right? Um, of any project, just try to do the hardest part because then everything else is going to be easier than that, and you'll be more motivated. Which is kind of the whole idea behind the whole Eat That Frog concept, that book. And I don't know, other people are like, do the easy, the low hanging fruit kind of thing, because then you know, it's just attacking it from different angles. Um, but yeah, I think either way, breaking it into sizable chunks or manageable chunks of work, I think that's something you got to do either way.
I wasn't listening. Like, what were you talking
Well, I wasn't talking to you.
about?
APL is very popular with influencers. We have an APL store here in LA at the Grove. Oops. I'll be sure to tell my friend that. How's everything going? Carol, everything's going all right. How's everything going with you? Courtney, Common Tags is here. How's it going, Courtney? Gotta say thank you for that spreadsheet. Well, you're welcome, Lisa. There you go. Making a list and crossing it off the list is pretty rewarding. Um, yeah, I think that's. I don't know. Like, I think with having a physical list, I think especially with having like ADHD or something, um, if you don't have that list, it's easy to forget all that you've accomplished in the day. So I think having a list is very uh, good for you. So yeah, make a list, make things sizable chunks, and work on it when you can. Reward yourself accordingly, and it all kind of just becomes a habit after that. Haven't sold anything on Posh in a while. So tired of all the online auction. Haven't been here in a while. I didn't fall off the face of the earth. Just been busy. Hunter Moss, Junker Man. Same here. We haven't put a video up in like 2 weeks, and it that feels weird. Has it been? It's been more than 2 weeks now, hasn't it?
Probably, yeah.
So now that the computer and all that stuff is all set back to where it needs to be, like I just haven't even been able to edit anything. So I think we're gonna try to get videos going back. But I have a little bit more of the floor to finish. It's been taking so long, so long. Thanks. I have a ton of different kinds of inventory because I buy storage units. I have like 3 full storage sheds now. I've been trying to work at it. Well, that can be tough. I think uh, you definitely don't want to keep buying too much if you're not able to keep up with the listing. Because if you've got 3 full sheds of inventory unlisted, you're gonna have to list it at some point. Otherwise, you're gonna turn into a hoarder real quick. Not even on purpose. Overwhelming me is what to do for taxes. I think taxes, it's overwhelming us too. That's just the nature of taxes. Does anybody enjoy like taxes? Doing them, paying them? My mom's an accountant and she hates taxes. She hates having to do taxes just because it takes a lot of time. New to your live show. Love you guys. Vicky, thanks for hanging out with us tonight. The notifications. Have they fixed the... Oh, no. We've turned off the notifications with Poshmark, right? But it seemed like last week there was like a glitch with it that was actually messing stuff up. Totally agree. Taken away from normal sales. Just be sure to check it off the correct way. Yeah. Lori's here. Mama with a camera. Hey, guys. I'm going to listen while photographing. Awesome. Awesome. Hey, from Seattle. Trying to get the kids to bed. Purple sparkles. How's the floor, storage unit, etc.? We've missed your videos. Yes. We're getting there for sure. The floor has definitely turned into just a huge project.
This looks navy, right?
Navy. Yes. Storage unit's good. It's nice to not have to deal with the stuff here while we're doing the floor and stuff. So true. Messing that comp prices. I bet something normal sells for $30 and they let it go for $8. I never comp on Posh. Yeah, we never really comp on Posh either, and I guess now more than ever, if they're lowering their sales prices with the Posh shows and all that. Already feel like a hoarder. Well, been trying to donate here and there. Also, garage sales. Yeah. I'm trying to think if it's tough. Like we I don't know. We haven't really had too much issue with getting close to like hoarder status. I don't know. I think you just gotta do it. You just gotta list it, sell it, or donate it, all that kind of stuff. I think with storage units, yeah, you're gonna have some stuff that you're not really gonna sell, right? Maybe try to see if there's some other resellers in the area that are interested in picking from you. I don't know. When I get money back, I like doing taxes. I don't like getting money back from the government. That means I overpaid. I don't like that. I think the tax lady only likes the $500 I give her for doing my taxes. Yep. Saw the lights. Great solution. Jody just subscribed. Jody, thank you so much for subscribing. Bet you didn't know it was going to pop up on the screen. Simplified Accounting with Cheryl is a newer YouTuber, but she's an accountant and a reseller. She gives a lot of great advice. She's worth checking out. Awesome. I'm gonna have to write that down. I'll just search it up. Where's Junk Monkey? He hasn't showed up yet, huh? I have some news for him. Ouch.
Because you didn't go to his live yesterday.
I was at my friend's house yesterday.
Rude.
Simplified.
Right down, Reese.
We're gonna have to get you some slippers, Reese.
He's like groaning.
Reese, we only have one more hour, okay? All right, I want to subscribe to Simplified Accounting with Cheryl. Have to check her out. Those Bowden pumps are funky. They sell high for some cosplay buyer. Interesting. I should just have a separate office deducted to taxes, dedicated to taxes. For real, right? Don't you love it? The government's like, hey, you owe us money. Well, how much do I owe you? I don't know. You got to figure it out. Well, what if I'm wrong? Don't be wrong, or you'll pay us more, or you might go to jail. Well, how do I know how much to pay you? Well, you got to figure it out. Isn't that fun?
So
you got to pay someone so that they can figure it out. So that I like the idea of finding other resellers who might want to pick my stuff. Great idea. Yeah, that's it could be good or hard trying to find somebody, trying to coordinate with somebody, but it might be easier than trying to list it all, you know. That was one thing I remember at FlipCon. There was people that they have this feeling that the inventory is going to run out, right? So they kind of
I've been having that feeling this week.
They jump on every opportunity, right? Sourcing opportunity, because the sourcing just comes easier, right? Usually.
And I've just been feeling like, not that the inventories, there's plenty of inventory, just like I only want shoes and I'm not finding as many as I want.
Yeah.
So good thing I know about other things too.
Yeah. Well, and that's the other thing. Like, I think being a reseller, you also have to be flexible enough to shift with the market, right? The things we're selling today are probably not gonna be the same kind of sellers 5 years from now. You know, like we can even look at our own videos from 2 years ago and stuff that was selling really good then.
Yeah.
Is not selling the same today. So, you know, we might always be able to sell shoes, but you know, we might not be able to sell SketchUps or
I haven't been picking those. Don't really sell
right, yeah.
anymore.
Crocs, like, you know, Crocs.
Don't
They won't be
even say
around
that.
forever.
Don't say that.
I mean, I'm surprised they're still around today. I feel like they're more popular today than they were when they were new. Which is when I actually saw stuff about them. She's the tax expert in the Daily Refinement Patreon group. Okay. I'm always amazed at how many shoes you guys find. Watching a list shoes is a mystery to me. I never get to list shoes. My Goodwill and thrift stores only sell shoes that are completely destroyed.
Most of them are.
Yeah. I think for every shoe that Kathy buys, because Kathy does all the shopping, the sourcing. I think for every shoe that Kathy buys, you probably look at 20
At least.
at least.
Like today I bought what? Maybe like 20 pairs. Yeah, I looked over several hundred.
So it takes work. You know, and that's like on average, right? Like sometimes Kathy can go in and like she'll reach for a pair, boom, it's a buy. She'll reach for another pair, boom, it's another buy. But then there's some days where you go and there's nothing after looking at, you know, a whole rack of shoes. Where they price them starting at $30.
And that's when I get all worried. And I'm
Yeah.
like, there's no inventory in the whole world. What am I going to do?
Yeah. Then you go to 2 more thrift stores and then you find 10 pairs of shoes. Not always like that. Obviously, some days that's the hard part about reselling, right? Some days are good. Some days are bad. Sometimes it's hard to look at the overall average. That's why I want to be my own accountant. It saves time and money. We've actually we've hired a bookkeeper. So we used to do that too. We used to
as I'm still keeping the book because I'm
we're in transition right now.
Stuck in my ways.
We're in transition. We're gonna put a video out on this soon.
I don't know if I can give it. It's so hard to give up that part. I like knowing every day, like how much did I make today?
Well, you like to know how much you made on
I
each
forgot to write Ella on these
pair. So yeah, saves time and money. I mean, not always, right? For us, like it will save us time and money to let a bookkeeper keep track of it. Because essentially that time that Kathy spends now can be replaced with sourcing more, which can in turn, or, you know, sourcing and then listing more. So, excuse me, as long as we replace that time with more productive, profitable time, then yeah. So more info on that kind of stuff coming out soon, but we're kind of in transition to get more hands off with that kind of stuff, the bookkeeping at least. Never wore or cared about Crocs. Living in the West Coast, it's all about flip flops. In Texas, everyone wears Crocs instead of flip flops. And I realized that I was missing out because they were so comfy. I've never worn a pair of Crocs, and I'm sure they're comfortable.
They are. Do you want some for the front door in case you need to pick up the trash?
No. I don't even need Crocs to go. I have flip-flops. I have Olakai flip-flops. They're nice flip-flops.
I know, I bought them for you. Speaking of, I need to find you a new pair. Anyone selling Olakai Ohana flip-flops in a size 12?
Have a ton of clothes too. Some new with tags. I only started listing clothes because of you guys. I found out about you guys by another YouTuber who does thrifting and garage sale hunting. Who was it? Who was it? My favorite thrift is doing shoes at 75% off tomorrow. They even let me in. They even let me go in back and look at the ones without prices.
Lucky.
That is nice. That's a nice arrangement.
The other day I was like on cloud 9. Is that like when you're super happy? I'm like saying the wrong thing. I took my kids to
Cloud
Taekwondo
9.
on Saturday morning and they get to go there for an hour. And then I'm like, I'm going to run to the thrift. And Saturday is half off day. I usually avoid the thrift at all costs because there's 1,000 people in there. But I was like, I'm just going to go. And I found like 30 pairs in that 1 hour and got back to them in time. And I was like, this was a great day. And I was like, I could do this every week, as if that would even actually happen.
People still sell shoes down by the seashore. She even got some Chloe last time. Chloe? Kathy, you're a fast lister. Oh, yes. I'm inspired.
I feel like I'm going slow. Thank you.
I have to liquid cool her keyboard and her mouse because
Yeah, okay.
Speaking of shoes, just an FYI, never wash or throw in the dryer. The soles came off in the dryer. I was so mad. Yeah, don't put them in the dryer. We put them in the wash. Well, depends on the shoes, but we put Crocs. Crocs go in the wash pretty good. And anything without leather, pretty much. On a gentle cycle, throw them in with a couple towels. Now, there is a risk, right? Like there's the risk of losing your shoe. We've lost a couple pairs. They just got like stuck or something in the door. Or, I don't know. There was a pair of those Crocs, right? They're like some kid boot Crocs with like the little handles.
2 different pairs in 2 different days.
Yeah, they like got wedged in the door just right, and it just like got stuck there, and it just kind of the drum kind of rubbed a hole in it. In both pairs. 1 hour and 15 minutes in. Hey, we got 40 minutes left. So guys, we only got 40 minutes left. Get your questions in. Hunter's gonna go eat some chicken. Nice chicken. Courtney's team flip-flops. Courtney, you don't need any like just hey dudes to take the trash out? Becky, Vintage Viking Treasures is here. How's it going?
I was thinking of you today because I went to New Horizons, and every time we go there, I just think of you now.
That's where we met Becky.
Yeah.
It was homeschooling picker. I suspected it was Kayla. She mentioned something about you guys doing good with clothes or something like that.
I'm so proud of Kayla.
I know.
She's doing so good.
She's done so good. Hello all from Texas. Missed the What's Old thrift videos. Maria, they're coming back soon. The flooring... If you watch the beginning of this live, like the computers have been out of commission for a few days. They're back in place. We're kind of getting back into the groove. I still have some of the floor to do, but like most of our big room here is done. I'm hopefully going to get the rest of the floor done this weekend or early next week at the latest. And then I'm probably going to work on the stairs, like probably one tread at a time here and there. So videos will be coming back soon. I think next week we'll probably do like a weekend What's Sold to kick us back up. So we're coming back. We just had to take the time. We've been putting off this project for almost a year now, and we just had to do it. We had to do it definitely before spring break and all summer, all the breaks. Even though like when I started the project and we had snow day, parent teacher conference, snow day. It was tough. It was a tough couple weeks. Team Crocs, because sometimes my toes look pretty gnarly. Maria, did you see crazy storms tonight? We had sirens for a while in hot. Is that Houston something, Texas? What is the O? How do you think thrifting has been lately locally? Not much for me lately, says Becky.
Expensive,
Yeah.
But I've actually found so many, like just last week or the last couple of weeks, I've sold like 4 or so pairs over $100. I think I found 3 pairs today that should go for $100 or more. So I've been finding okay stuff, but it's just expensive.
Yeah.
Like my average cost of goods at one Goodwill today was like 11 something per pair, which I want to be under 10. which I did find 2 almost $100 pairs there, so it's okay. But I don't know. I don't know how much longer I can keep paying $12.99 per pair on a lot of things. So
She was at there today. New Horizons.
We must have missed each other.
Just missed. How do you price shipping on eBay? Do you weigh and measure packages beforehand, or what? Because I'm confused.
Right now, I'm just going off of my best guess on how much something weighs, but generally, I weigh things before I list them. Is that what the question was?
Yeah, just how do you price your shipping? I mean, that's one of the benefits of selling the same type of something, like since Kathy does shoes. She knows, basically if it's a sneaker and if it's between this size and if it's, this weight, which we do weigh things as she types them in the spreadsheet and all that. So she has a pretty good grasp on like picking something up and being like, okay, this is going to cost me on average $12 to ship or whatever. Right. So now that when she actually buys a shipping label, that might be $9.53, or that might be $12 and whatever. Right. So there's the average that, she has in her head. So she just kind of charges that. And then it's not going to be exact the way she does it. Even calculated is not going to be exact either. Right. I don't feel like it is.
I would say all my shipping cost is within $1 of what I'm actually having to pay out. Either the buyer overpays $1 or underpays $1, and
So.
But I just prefer, I have like specific things that I do. So.
And so when I say an average, I mean that's just after selling, hundreds or thousands of the same kind of thing, right? So she's an expert in it, so she knows. It's gonna be profitable, right? She knows that before she buys the shoe, because she knows if I have this pair and it's gonna sell for this and the shipping is gonna be this and the cost is this, that's enough of a markup, or that's enough of a margin for her, right? So that's all that math is kind of just done in her head after all the practice before she buys the shoe. Sometimes if things are a little bit slow, that number is lower, right? I'm willing to put all this work in and I'm making a little bit less because the cost of goods is a little bit higher, but overall it's worth it to me now because sales are a little bit slow. So it's hard to, that's the thing with reselling. You have to figure that out on your own. You have to find out what your it's worth it number is. And that really only comes with doing it. So but yeah, so that it seems like it's fast, but that's because she knew before she bought the shoe. Now, like what are your shoe prices, your shipping prices? You probably have like 3 or 4 numbers that you use all the time, right?
I basically start 2 pounds is $10.99 unless it fits in a padded flat rate, then $8.99, and then I just like add $2 per pound, pretty much. That's just what I do.
And that's because we live in Colorado. We're pretty central. A lot of our stuff goes to California. A lot of our stuff goes to, New York or Florida, whatever. So that number might be different for you because you might be in California. You might be selling to California. So your shipping costs could be cheaper. You might be in Delaware selling to California and your shipping is going to be a lot more. So it just comes with, figuring out what your numbers are and what your market is, because you might not be able to find the shoes that we find. So it's I don't know. It's hard to explain the unexplainable, I guess. So that's how she prices shipping on eBay. Short story long. Trash is 3 miles away, so I could drive there in my flip flops. Do you have like a little like a golf cart? Take your trash to the trash can. As in Becky Park, I'd love to meet her someday. No,
I wish we could meet Becky too, though.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll meet Becky someday.
Yeah.
Becky Park, but Becky is a local. Yeah, she's local in Colorado Springs here. She does a lot of glass. If you guys have not subscribed to Becky, Vintage Viking Treasures, she's like, if we have any glass questions, we ask Becky, which we don't have a lot because we don't really do a lot of glass, but um, she does. She finds a lot of glass. Check her out on YouTube. $3 miles? Are you on a farm? Hey, how are you? Did you video you taking out the old flooring and adding in new? I'm wondering if I could remove my carpet myself. No, I didn't. I didn't record it as in like how to kind of stuff. Actually, I haven't recorded any of it. Kind of just have kept you guys up to date through the lives and videos and stuff. But yeah, I mean, it's not we're not a home renovation how-to channel, so just trying to keep you guys up to date with where it's at is what we've done, or tried to do at least. Team UFOs, said Becky. Now maybe give me some UFOs flip-flops.
I don't think you would like them.
No? They're too soft? I have a lot of foot problems. I have bad arches and flat feet, tendonitis, gout. I have fat guy problems. Like, hey, like I need all the support I can get. We have central trash in my rural community because of bears and wildlife. Yeah, we had something like that when I lived in California with my parents. Courtney, I don't know if you're familiar with like Lake Don Pedro area. I don't think it's too close to where you're at, but you might. It's a big like camping, boating, like lake area. But we used to live out there, and yeah, we had like 5 acres of land, and there was no trash service, so we had to take our trash to like the transfer station, which was like 5 miles away or something. So we had something kind of similar to that. Makes sense. I'm looking for the wrong stuff, obviously. Having a hard time finding that glass, Becky? Do you do other stuff other than glass? Do you do like, I know you probably do some vintage stuff too, right? Like hard goods? I'm in Texas too. Storms and 80-mile-an-hour winds tonight. Lots of Texans in here, seems. Man, 80. I don't know if we've ever had 80-mile-an-hour winds. We get a lot of wind here, but not that much. I have been finding I haven't been finding shoes at all lately. I've been finding and selling more hard goods and electronics, says Lori. Dib says, clearly I have a whole store of the wrong stuff. Well, I know you said you had like over 7,000 listings. Is it possible on some of those listings? Because I imagine you've listed a lot of them a long time, like more than a few months ago. Unless you can list 7,000 listings in a few months, that'd be crazy. But maybe the market's changed on some of that kind of stuff. I don't know. That's like a whole different level, though, having that many listings. Get there one day. Shauna says, I started back on Mercari. Shipping is a pain on there. Any tips? Do you ship through Mercari? You have any Mercari shipping tips? You just ship through Mercari?
Yeah, I just make the buyer pay for one of the labels. What do you mean, like tips?
It's just the pain. What Shauna's saying. Shauna? Just curious why you don't use policies. Sitting here watching Kathy editing all the shipping fields on each listing is making me cringe. Tommy, I I think we made it very clear that we don't really do the right thing or the best thing all the time.
Nope.
Um,
I'm just like, I don't want to sit down and do it all. I know. Can you do it for me? Can you set it all up?
I don't know how to do it. Okay, look, I'm afraid of like trying to do something to be like, oh, babe, this is gonna help you. It's gonna save your life. It's gonna make you have so much time on your hands.
Reese
I'm
is
gonna.
flashing everybody.
Reese, keep it G-rated. This is a family show. Where's your camera?
So with the shipping policy, it is something I've been meaning to do.
Yeah. So
I don't know how it would work with this perfectly.
Oops. I was trying to move his camera so he didn't like flash everybody. But now it's like a pixel off. All right. So yeah. I've wanted to look at all that kind of stuff. I've even wanted to look into calculated shipping. And I mentioned this in our last live where I kind of had the idea of like me opening up my own eBay store and kind of doing that kind of stuff for some different kind of video content, but also with the then ability of me being able to test that kind of stuff out before I like say, hey, I think this is going to make your life so much easier. And then I go and make a change and then I blow up her store and like just completely destroy it. And then like have to explain myself. So the thought of having like my own store where I can kind of mess around with that kind of stuff, understand it before I implement it on her store, or before I even say, hey, what do you think about doing it this way?
My mouse is doing the thing again.
Is it?
It's just getting stuck, yeah.
I'm having an issue with her mouse that like it just freezes every once in a while for like a second, and it's just annoying. I do free shipping and bring up the prices. Yeah. Such good advice and wisdom, Chris. What? What did I say?
How much should I price these for?
All right. Kathy wants to know how much should she price these for? What do you guys think?
Well, these ones are listed for this much, but from the UK. There's not really much comps on eBay. There's a few on Posh, 50, 44, so probably around 50. I don't know. This one must have got lucky, or it probably sold in a bundle for way less. Seems like around 50.
50?
So probably like $59.95 in case we run a sale. Don't look, Tommy.
So Tommy,
yeah, so
tell
like,
me,
how would I?
what would having the policies and all that do?
Yeah, so like, since obviously you saw.
Would it be like she'd have like 3 options and then that would be it?
Click first class and it would just set. Because even first class, I'm like, I have my own 8-ounce, 12-ounce, 16-ounce, different prices that I do. And then for priority, I do, 2 pound, 3 pound, 4 pound. So would I just set up the policy as like, I would just say my 2 pound or?
Oh, I missed this. Lost some shingles and our chairs blew into the pool. Otherwise, A-okay. Man, that reminds me of one time when I was working at, I used to work at a resort here in town, Cheyenne Mountain Resort. I was a maintenance tech. And we had this windstorm one year that was really bad. And it picked up all of the umbrellas down by the aquatics facility, and it launched them in the air, and it basically turned them into missiles. Like they were just flying up, and they would like shooting down into the tables, like in the pool. I mean, it was just like crazy. I think the insurance claim on that was like, for the whole resort, was like in the millions. It was such a crazy windstorm. Which even then I don't think was as bad as the wind you guys are getting now, which is nuts. UFOs for heaven. Apparently, Lori said she listed photographed her 6 items to list tonight. Jeans and loudmouth shorts. Times to list.
Love loudmouth.
Apparently, I sold a pair of Solomon shoes while I was photographing. Isn't that awesome? Vintage, collectibles, antiques, glass, all the stuff. Lori says, policies save me time, except if you want to change your handling time. Then it's so hard. Why is that? Do you have to like manually change all or something? Artful Journey says, I love using shipping policies. It's so much easier, but I'm going to have to raise my rates soon. All right, we got a lot of people saying you should do it.
Why were you gonna figure out what this perfectly
suggesting
then?
at least. Alicia, have a wonderful evening. I wasn't going to work tonight, but I saw you guys were live, and it motivated me to get it done. Nice. Junk Monkey, what's going on? Rob, howdy. I was wondering where you were at.
Chris has something to tell you.
Hey, I saw Gone Fishing.
I didn't.
I watched it. I feel like there are a lot of things on eBay that would make my store so much better. I finally figured out the business policies. Well, you're one step ahead of us. Finally watched a video on combined shipping and realized I had done it completely wrong. eBay is definitely not user-friendly. Never been to Lake Don Pedro, but I've camped nearby. I'm about 4 hours from there, so not too far. Very cool that you used to live in California and so close to Yosemite. Yeah, we could actually, I think we were able to see Half Dome Rock from, maybe not from my parents' house. That would be like really good real estate. But, yeah, we actually lived more towards Lake McSwain. Like we lived right around those lakes. But Lake Don Pedro is a bigger lake in the area. But yeah, I used to live in Modesto, and then we moved out McClure area. I actually used to work at the lake in high school. That was my job. I was an assistant to the park ranger, dumping fish guts and holes and all this dirty stuff that he didn't want to do. Policies, I have one that says shoes, one for boots, and one for first class, $5, etc. The rates I use regularly.
When do you like plug it in? Does it just hang out like, let me see.
So what I would imagine is like when you have your shipping, you would just have like a drop down menu there with
like,
your
so
policies.
like would it be like right here?
So I would think like your shipping method, like see that drop down there? I would imagine. Am I wrong, guys? Where does your shipping policies come in? Like how does it look different than this? If we actually had them.
Where do I set it up? Let's do it right now.
Don't mess up, song.
I know. I don't like changing things.
I could have sold and completed to see what they're selling for.
I need to list one more item at least because that was only 14. Let me see if I have anything in my drafts.
Or it says, when a hurricane is coming, Floridians put their outdoor furniture upside down in the pool. That's smart. Unless it's like not good for water. Like we had a bunch of wooden furniture that just got destroyed in the hail. Not just did, but it did. Becky says, I drove home from Texas Sunday and Monday, got caught in the dust storm. Called it and got a hotel early to let it pass. You have to change every policy one at a time.
What do you, like each listing them? Okay, I'm not gonna go back and do my old ones, but like going forward, how can I?
No. So I would imagine. Well, I don't know. Yeah, you probably have to. How would it work if she has shipping already figured out? Would she have to select policies on that stuff? It's not going to autofill that. It's not going to autofill that. So she'd have to select the policies. Is it going to force her to do that? That's what I'm worried about. It's like you enact the policies and then it forces you to do it on all of your listings. She's trying to scrounge around something to sell. Awesome. Did you like the alligator fight scene? So, okay, when I say I watched it, I had it playing while I was like working on the floor and stuff. So I did see the fight, but I didn't physically watch every second of the video of the movie. But yeah, the alligator scene. Oh, what? Why you hissing at me?
Who was this?
Yeah?
It's been in there for 2 years.
The new wave rack.
I just needed this so I could scan the barcode.
I gotta say, man, they don't make movies like that anymore. Like the whole '90s. I just feel like they could not make a movie like that anymore. Where just like the stuff that is kind of outlandish, you know, it's not too realistic, but it's more for funny. You know, like they're riding in the back of the boat or the truck or whatever, and the boat disconnects, so they try to save it, and they're, you know, get stuck by the train, all that kind of stuff. That just, you would never see that kind of stuff in a movie nowadays. I kind of miss that. Tommy says policies, just to drop down and select, and I'm done. I think I have 7 policies. Example: first class 13 ounces, $6.50. In policy, I have it selected with first class and priority to give customer a choice. So they can upgrade and pay for the upgrade to go to priority from first class, right?
I'm not a fan of giving people choices.
Hunter's back with the chicken. What kind of chicken you got? You got like a chicken salad or like fried chicken? It's about the time of the show where we start talking about food.
Where does a draft go on eBay?
You go to your list, hover over listings, drafts.
You're so smart for someone who doesn't sell on eBay.
I mean, it's pretty like common sense that that's where it would be. Kelly says in your seller hub, go to business policies, then add a shipping policy and define it.
Say it slower. Okay, what?
Seller hub.
Seller hub. Over. Okay. What now? What?
Go to business policies.
Which is okay. Get started.
So, guys, what I'm really worried about is saying like clicking get started and it changes every one of her shipping on every one of her listings. Is that going to happen? Like, I mean, if we have to do it, we can, but I don't want to do it right now. Like, I don't want to like just totally screw up all of her listings at 10 o'clock at night. Roasted chicken? Nice. All that stuff showing is on yours. I don't see just a drop down in the weight measurements area. Okay, so it kind of replaces the listing with all the weights and measurements and all that kind of stuff. It just replaces it with your shipping policies.
So I should click get started.
What does that say? Instead of setting
payment, shipping, and returns preferences each time you list, create policies.
Will setting up eBay shipping policies affect my listed items? Your active listings won't be affected, but if you want to make the change to payment, shipping, and return items, you'll need to do that individually on each future listing. So I'm trying to just confirm this. Whenever you create a listing, see if you business policies are important because it lets buyers know how you can pay you. Rather than setting your preferences in the areas, here's some templates. You can edit, copy, reassign, or delete policies whenever you choose. If you update a policy, any listings using that policy will automatically be updated with your changes. That's nice. Keep in mind, there are a few restrictions on revising listings, so it may not be possible to update all your listings with the new policy. In this case, only listings that can be updated with the new information will be changed, and the listings that can't be edited will remain unchanged. If you want to delete a policy that is currently being used in any active scheduled listings, you need to reassign new policies to these listings first. If you want to delete okay. If you want to change your shipping payment return policy, we'll update all the compatible listings. Any listings that are incompatible with your updated policy terms are or are restricted from being revised will no longer have the updated policy. Tip: give your policies descriptions such as shipping policy international. You can easily find the one you need. In the eBay app, we're not going to do it through the app. Let's see. What happens if I opt out? You can opt out at any time by selecting the opt-out link. Your active listings won't be affected, but if you want to make changes to payments, shipping, and return items, you'll need to do that individually for each future listing. You can also opt back in business policies at any time. The policies you've already created will still be there. So I think just, do it.
Okay, before I start that,
We'll do it live.
What did you say about this? No cord, but it works or something. We're assuming.
I was gonna say we haven't officially tested that.
So we're gonna say it's tested.
We're gonna
and
say
working.
it's tested, and if they say this doesn't work, we'll just let them keep it. Hey, if you're a viewer, please don't buy that and tell us it doesn't work.
I don't know. How do you read that?
Lori's considering switching back to no policies? Uh-oh. Maybe we don't do it. What? Why?
I mean, it really doesn't bother me to switch. Usually, most of the time when I'm doing like List Perfectly, it opens it up with the last shipping I did like the time before.
Yeah.
So if I'm just doing like all shoes, it would just be all the $10.99. But today I had some first class ones. So.
Rob said, when I need to change something on all or most listings, I work from my ending today list, done in 30 days without a lot of stress. Rob, do you use shipping policies or eBay policies, whatever it's called? 15-minute to the hour, hit the thumbs. Monica's like, okay, it's almost 10 o'clock. Thanks, Monica. Mel Brooks has made a part 2 for History of the World for Hulu, I think. I think I saw that. That dude is old. How old is Mel Brooks? '96.
I don't know why do people want these? What even is this?
It's a portable photo printer. What do you mean?
Like what, for a picture this tiny?
Junk Monkey does not use shipping policies, or does not use policies. What I like about it is if I change something like price, it automatically updates all the listings that uses that policy at once, whether it's 2 or 900. I think because you do so many similar shipping things, it makes sense to have shipping policies. Now, if you have shipping policies enabled, do you have to have every one of your listings that you list now be in a shipping policy, or can she select some things to just manually do? I guess it would probably make its own shipping policy for that specific item. I don't know. Do you guys know what I'm saying? Did that verbal
Don't even say
mess
what you're gonna.
come out right? Legible? You're overthinking it?
Me? This price or what?
Kelly.
Or the page.
You can assign listings you want. You can also move listings from one policy to a different one. Hey, if we didn't overthink it, that's when like we make big mistakes. Make your own account. It will not have anything to do with hers.
What is like? What would I say the type of this is? Is that the right
A
thing?
photo printer? I mean, that's not paper.
Well, that's just what I like auto-filled in. Photo printer?
I guess it has the paper with it, right? So the reason we didn't want to test it is because it has a pack of photo paper with it.
Because we also have a cord.
No, I mean, it's just a generic USB cord. I didn't want to open the little packet of photo paper to test it. That's what I didn't want to do.
I see.
Don't do it on a live. Do the research. Honestly, don't know. Never seen someone switch, and I started this way with policies. Not sure what happens with active listings. Who's suffering from pollen allergies right now? I've been having some allergy attacks. Hustle couple uses shipping policies, and they love teaching. They go live every night. Every night.
Every night.
If you want to reach out with a collab, that would be. Oh, what a collab that would be. I don't think choices really matter. I put first class, then put first class first, then priority on some, and those go first class. I put priority first on some, and those wind up going priority. An example of what they mean is by incompatible. You can't change a shipping policy there once there's an offer on it. Okay, that makes sense. Courtney says, the only thing I've been almost influenced to buy is an Apple Watch because of Kathy's Instagram posts.
I use it so much.
You should add a link to your list.
Right,
Winky face.
You do need to like update all of our links.
I'm going to add one tonight, Courtney. Don't buy one. No, I'm just kidding.
Not that you need it to be on there
No.
to buy it. Yes, I love this Apple Watch. I'm still sad that, did we tell you guys when we stayed at Airbnb over the summer, I lost my old Apple Watch, I guess, there. And they told us, they said, we found our Apple Watch, we'll send it to you. But they never did.
Yeah. I mean, they might have
sent
sent it, but it just never got to us.
My mouse is doing this.
I've turned off your screen.
Okay. I'm going to calculate how much I listed.
Those printers are great for scrapbooking or planner memory keeping. Okay. I can see that. Have different shipping policies. When you use a policy, it allows you to change everything at once. You set them. You can use as many as you want. It makes its own policy if one is not selected. Oh, it makes its own. Okay. Say that again. Lori, I don't even remember what I said. I'm sorry. I could tell it's almost 10 o'clock because I start just like not finishing sentences. Saves so much time with shipping policies. Love all of Mel Brooks movies. Have you heard of The Producers, 1967? I don't think I have. Maybe. It's got what? Gene Wilder. It's the only one I know of those actors. Let's see. I've seen Young Frankenstein. I've seen Blazing Saddles. I don't know if I've actually ever seen History of the World Part 1. Obviously, I've seen Spaceballs. Robin Hood Men in Tights is a legit movie. What? Paws of Fury? Legend of Hank? That's a Mel Brooks movie? That can't be right. Dracula. Maybe he was just acting or like a voice actor or something. This all can't be right. Little Rascals was not a Mel Brooks movie, right?
I don't even know who Mel Brooks is.
How do you not know who Mel Brooks is?
I don't know who you were asking me about the other day either.
You're putting your chest on the camera. Hate to leave good company, but I've been running all day on 3 hours of sleep. Gonna grab a quick bite and crash. Rob, get that sleep, man. Good night. Pollen is horrible. Here in Georgia, the pine trees have coated everywhere in a shade of yellow. I hate it. I hate it. Just bought an Apple Watch first time. Never thought I needed one, but I think it's worth it. You know.
I'm caught up to February 25th.
Caught up to February 25th. That makes
sense. My old Apple Watch, I didn't really use it. That's why I didn't even know I lost it there. And then when I started going to the gym, I started using it every day. And now I can't imagine life without it.
You cannot make or change a policy on the app, only on a desktop. I mean, we would pretty much only do stuff on the desktop anyway. Producers on Broadway was one of the longest running musicals ever. Interesting. Kelly got her cha-ching. Good night. And she's out. I think people are heading out because it's 10 o'clock. And I said, hey, remind me it's 10 o'clock.
10 o'clock, you got to go do dishes.
Kathy got all of her listings done. I got some dishes to do.
I got some laundry to fold.
Dibs did not get any sale. No sale still. I think promoted can go bye-bye with sales and coupons because what's the point? Don't give up, Dibs. I don't know. I don't know what the answer is, but there's got to be an answer.
Run a sale.
Run a sale. She said promoted can go bye-bye with sales, coupons. I mean, we do always have a sale running, and we always have our listings promoted. I mean, I'm not saying that that's what you should do, but just to give you...
Is there a way to make the front? That's the thing I wish would just stay the same. What? I don't like clicking 3% every time for the promoted. Like, I wish it would just stay like that.
Business policies. Let's see. What is considered business policies?
My nice pens.
I don't think they would do it. I remember Brian at the eBay meetup. Yeah. He said that eBay does not suggest or want you to do a flat rate across the board. Like they don't recommend it.
That's why they don't let it just...
Yeah, I bet they wouldn't.
They kind of trick you into doing more or what?
Yeah. I think what they want you to do is what the eBay recommended promoted, which seems to be a little high if you ask me.
Yeah.
Anyway. Up close and personal with Kathy. Pollen is horrible here too in Florida. My blue van is green. Sounds fun. Achoo. Congrats on the great listings tonight. All right, guys, I think that's going to do it. Another live show in the books. Kathy, you got what, 15 listings up during it? You barely said anything, though.
I know. Sorry, guys. I'm so behind. I'm like never going to get to, but I have to just be fine with that.
Yeah. And hopefully we're going to get the floor up here done this weekend. We just have to empty if you guys know our closet, it's just got a lot of stuff in there, which It's going to be nice to be able to pull it all out, reorganize, get the floor all figured out, put the floor back in, put the stuff in organized. And we're going to be better off in the end, but it's going to probably be a full weekend of work to do that. So yeah, guys, thanks so much for hanging out, all the support. We appreciate it very much. More videos coming out soon. Let's see. Did you read the new newsletter on promoted? Now if a person comes to one of your listings and pay promoted, and if they purchase anything else, you pay promoted on that item for up to 30 days. I did not read that.
I'm okay with that though. They bought something, then I'm just happy.
I mean, if it's for us, I guess it doesn't really matter because we expect to pay that 3% anyway. As long as it's still just that 3% and nothing extra, but yeah, guys, good night. More videos coming out soon. We've got a lot of stuff planned in the future once the floor's all figured out and we're back caught up. Hopefully, guys, no more snow days. Please pray for us. No more snow days. And yeah, we appreciate you very much. And we'll see you guys next time. Bye.